afternoon and welcome to the Midday News here on CNC3 and the TBC Radio Network. I am Bhavita Gopalchan. Thank you so much for joining us. A St. James family is today grieving the loss of one of their youngest members following an early morning shooting. Police said 25-year-old Joseph Sutton and his 11-month-old son, Jaden, were asleep at their Dundonald Hill home just after 1 a.m. when they heard barking from their pet dog. A relative got up to check when an attacker pointed a gun through the bedroom window, shooting both Sutton and his infant son. Speaking with CNC3 News at the Forensic Science Center today, one relative confirmed that Sutton was shot on March 16th and spent some time in hospital. The relative added that the family were expected to leave Dundonald Hill as they felt they were in direct danger by staying in the neighborhood. Well, nurses and staff from various hospitals staged a silent demonstration at the Eric Williams Medical Sciences Complex this morning as they continue to object to plans to reduce their overtime rate from $75 per hour to $60. Registered nurse Racine John Acosta, who spoke on behalf of the nurses this morning, said there are several issues affecting the nursing staff, including staff shortages, which she indicated inevitably leads to the need for overtime.
Overtime is a penalty to the employer for not providing adequate staff. So if you do not properly staff your institution and you have to call me out to overtime, you cannot now decide when you want to pay me. This is not a voluntary service. We don't work for free. We have bills just like everybody else. So we require our overtime monies and our pool monies to be paid the month it is earned.
The nurses say they are disregarded and treated as second-class citizens within the healthcare system, while Acosta noted that it is unlawful to adjust the overtime allowance downwards.
We have a multitude of issues. The issue of the pool, you cannot, Good and Proper Industrial Relations states that you cannot put a worker in a position less advantageous than before. So if it is the nurses were being paid $75 an hour, the nurses were not paying themselves. According to Good and Proper Industrial Relations, the CEO, nobody, can now reduce the pool amount to $60.
The nurses are vowing to continue taking action until their concerns are resolved. And President of the National Nurses Association, Edie Stewart, says while the association is seeking to get the salaries of nurses and midwives up to date, the NCRHA is trying to reduce their income.
This issue really is a threefold issue. You have a situation where NCRHA is short of nursing and midwifery personnel to execute basic functions within the authority in a safe manner, a safe and efficient manner. Then they have reduced the income for that. They have reduced the income for those persons who want and volunteer themselves to work this extra duty. And then you are doing it to a group of persons who have not been paid a salary increase and continue to work on 2030 salaries in 2026.
Added to that, Stewart says the authority has chosen not to pay nurses for their work.
Where the authority found it prudent that even though all of these things are going on, the amount of money you work for February month, that extra duty that you work for February month, we will not pay you that amount. We're going to undertake some audit, and you know how long government takes to audit. We're going to undertake an audit of that money that you already work for.
Now, while nurses continue their demonstration, the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association staged a peaceful protest at the Education Ministry this morning. The association says some business operations assistants who were employed at various schools have been sent home after 20 years of service and have not been paid their remuneration. Tutors President Crystal Ash says this is not the right thing to do.
Nobody thinks that I'm working for 20 years, I'm going to be sent home instantaneously like that. And this is what would have happened to these people. They would have received favorable, many of them favorable, what they call appraisals done by their principals. And then to be told, well, listen, you can't. I met one out here this morning because she came. They have a gratuity period, a gratuity package there to receive. Since 2019, she's telling me that she has not received. So you done not. You fire them basically because you didn't rehire them. And on top of that, the gratuity payment, the lump sum of money that they're supposed to mind their family with, you're not giving them that as well?
Asha says there are other pressing issues, including leave classification. Tutor was joined by members of the Communication Workers Union, and both unions say they will continue to stand with employees until they are treated fairly. Let's take a short break. Sport news up ahead.
Can you do this?
With the cold and flu lurking around every corner, keeping your immune system strong allows you to live the life that you want every day. Discover BioStrath Immune Health. BioStrath Immune Health is a unique plasmalized yeast product that enhances the absorption of essential micronutrients, ensuring that your body stays resilient. And now enriched with zinc, it is your go-to support for immunity. Staying vibrant and healthy just became a whole lot easier. BioStrath Immune Health. Get what you need naturally.
At CTS College Private Secondary School, we understand that every student learns differently. This is why we provide them with the freedom to choose their ideal workload. With full-time and part-time classes delivered face-to-face and online. And dedicated teachers to help them reach their academic goals. We also provide regular updates to students and parents. Plus, we have affordable rates and flexible payment terms. Enroll today at CTS College.
GB's Chai Gold 3-in-1 chai lattes come pre-mixed for an easy instant treat. Simply add 1 sachet to hot water, stir, and enjoy. We maintain that authentic homemade taste you love with no added preservatives, as each sachet includes real tea, creamer, and sugar. Available in a wide range of flavors: elaichi, masala, ginger, French vanilla, lemongrass, saffron, and cadet. And their new delicious caramel flavor, available at supermarkets nationwide. For wholesale information, contact LG Wholesalers.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800-TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
With the 53rd Caribbean Games just days away, Trinidad and Tobago is gearing up to make its mark on the regional stage. A strong 92-member delegation featuring 74 athletes and 18 officials has been selected following competitive national trials, with a blend of experienced medalists and rising young talent set to compete from April 4th to the 6th. At the Hazley Crawford Stadium, National Association of Athletics Administration President Ephraim Serrett was thankful for the support given to the local delegation.
I must thank the Minister of Sport and Community Development for meeting with me and the Executive, understanding what we're trying to do, and also providing the funds that will allow us to send a team to the World Indoors as well as the Cup 50.
Well, that's it for sport. It's back to a break.
PRWC, protect your loved ones with a Western Global Security Combo, only $3,000. PS5 console game, $5,400. Unwind with an 85-inch Samsung TV, $9,999. HP 14-inch laptop for $1,900. Amazon 8-inch Fire tablet, $760. HP print scan copy printer, $625. We have speakers, mouse, printers, and lots more. 3 months layaway also available.
Struggling with picky eating? or unexplained loss of appetite, or tired of trying to gain weight with no results, Apetamin is here to help. This powerful appetite stimulant encourages healthier eating, supports weight gain, and improves BMI, perfect for both adults and children. Only Apetamin contains lysine, an essential amino acid that boosts appetite, builds muscle, supports growth, and aids calcium absorption. Take control of your appetite and reach your weight gain goals with Apetamin. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Things don't always go as expected. Be ready with Trinry for auto, home, business and group life. Call us at 800 TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Huge insurance premium. Pay your premiums bit by bit with FlexiPay from Trinry. For more manageable auto, home and commercial insurance payments, call us at 800 TRIN or visit trinry.com today. Trinry. Premier insurance coverage for less.
Enroll your child today at CTS College's private primary school. Classes are online and taught by qualified and experienced teachers. Our fun and engaging sessions are recorded for further review. We cover the full range of SEA subjects with preparation for success. Students from first year to Standard 5 are welcome to join. And with our competitive rates and flexible payment plans, it's easy to enroll. Sign up today at CTS College.
Can you do this?
Jesus Christ loves you, and greater love hath no man. Because of his love, he opens the way. He opens eyes, ears, and minds. Open your heart and experience General Conference of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and feel his love. Greater love.
At least 70 people have been killed and 30 injured during an attack near Petite River in Haiti Sunday into Monday. Videos obtained by CNN from Haitian human rights groups show violent attacks in the island's western region. Dozens of houses were burned down and nearly 6,000 people were forced to flee as armed gangs stormed communities and opened fire on civilians. A spokesperson for the UN Secretary General's office told a news briefing that the organization's office in Haiti is closely monitoring the events and that estimates ranged from 10 to 80 people killed. He also called for a thorough investigation. More than 1.4 million people, about 12% of the Caribbean's most populous nation, have been displaced by the conflict. Images circulating online appear to show a badly damaged U.S. Air Force E-3 Sentry aircraft at Saudi Arabia's Prince Sultan Air Base after an Iranian strike. CNN geolocated the wreckage to the same spot where the aircraft was seen earlier this month. The same attack injured at least 10 U.S. service members. An official told CNN now no fatalities were reported. And a Delta Airlines flight bound for Atlanta was forced to land after flames shot from one of its engines as passengers captured the terrifying moment on camera.
Frantic airline passengers pleaded for pilots to turn around after fire was seen sputtering from a plane's engines just moments after takeoff. The Delta flight had just departed Sao Paulo, Brazil, when one of the engines burst into flames, showering sparks onto the runway below and starting a fire as the plane continued to ascend. Shortly thereafter, the pilots did turn the plane around, returning it and its passengers safely to the ground. Fire crews could then be seen tackling the flames, which, according to Delta, resulted from a mechanical issue with the plane's left engine.
Well, today's Today's forecast shows likelihood of a few periods of scattered showers, especially between late morning and late afternoon. There is also a 40% chance of heavy showers or thunderstorm activity, mainly over the western half of Trinidad. Tonight should be generally fair, apart from lingering isolated showers. The maximum forecast temperature is 32 degrees Celsius in Trinidad and 31 degrees Celsius in Tobago. There'll be moderate sea levels with waves rising from 1.3 to 1.5 meters in open waters. Well, thank you so much for joining us for a look at the day's developments so far. We'll have these stories and so much more coming up for you in a Midday Newscast at 7 p.m. today. Until then, have a great day.